is up? Alright, get the camera on. Whoop, there we go. Alright, what's up, Travis, Daniel Barry, Flame Legend, and Fahad. Okay, so give a few minutes, let the notifications all go out before I get started. We'll go over the injury report on Thursday, as there's still quite a few Saints players on the injury report. So, but from what I read on Twitter, what's up, Scott? That everybody was pretty much a go in practice. So, which is good news. No, and I'll give my thoughts about Jameis Winston and why I thought that playing him last week was a mistake. But what's up, Scottzilla? And so I'll just give it a few minutes. But know sometimes YouTube and their notifications aren't very quick. Sometimes it takes like sometimes it takes like 5 minutes for the stuff to go out. That's why I play like intro music. So it gives time for the notifications to go out. So yeah, so the Saints. If I'm Matt Rule, I'm looking for homes in Tempe, Arizona, and looking at Arizona State University. Hey, he might not make it till end of the year. But yeah, so I did put a poll up, and football won by a pretty good margin, like 65% to 35%. So looks like we're doing Thursday night football tonight. So no Yankees game. So hopefully Judge doesn't get 61 tonight, but he probably will. And tomorrow night's on Apple Plus, and I don't have Apple Plus, and I'm not signing up for Apple Plus either. So I'm not signing up for Apple Plus. So, but yeah. All right. So if you're coming on in, let's look at the injury report for the Saints, because it was yeah, I know. I hope a Judge does not hit 62 on Apple TV. But it looks like that's probably what's going to happen. Probably so. But let me get my glasses on so I can see my phone. It happens when you get old. Gotta wear glasses. All right, so the Saints injury report on Thursday. Same guys as yesterday. Paulson Adebo, ankle, limited. Alvin Kamara, rib, limited. Ryan Ramczyk, elbow, limited. Traquan Smith, shoulder, limited. Don't get me started on Traquan Smith. Taysom Hill, rib, limited. Marcus May, rib, limited. Jameis Winston, back and an ankle now, limited. Adam Prentice, shoulder, limited. Deontay Hardy, foot, limited. And Alontae Taylor wasn't on the injury list yesterday, but he is today. He's a cornerback. He has a knee, and he is limited. But from what I read on Twitter, that pretty much everybody was practicing today. They said Jameis Winston did more today than he did yesterday. But the problem I have with Jameis Winston is not the fact that besides the fact that he threw 3 interceptions last week, is that he's not healthy. He's not healthy, and the training and the coaching staff put him out there with 4 fractures in his back last week. But I don't know. I just thought that was not I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to be one. But the guy's got 4 fractures in his back. It just seems to me that would affect his, ability to throw the football and run. So anyway, so the Saints lost to the Buccaneers this past weekend, 20-10, and our offense was pretty much stuck in the mud the whole game. We had 2 drives there was, not counting the touchdown that was really late in the football game. We had 2 drives. One ended in the field goal to start the game, and then one in it was the third quarter, right? Yeah, it was the third quarter where Mark Ingram fumbled again. Second straight week, Mark Ingram fumbles. Second straight week, Ingram fumbles the football. He fumbled against Atlanta, and he fumbled against Tampa Bay Sunday. And this one was really big because the Saints had a chance to go and actually get the game's first touchdown of the game. but it wasn't meant to be. So Jamark Ingram needs to hold on to the football. When he was at Alabama, the guy never fumbled. Never fumbled. He comes to the Saints, he fumbles. So it's got to. I mean, the Saints have got to fix. They got to find out some kind of running format. Taysom Hill being your leading rusher can't do it. Getting Kamara back's going to help. Yeah, Brady looked a little bit off, but he's probably worried about his wife. You know, his wife at home wants to get rid of him. So the Saints had 5 turnovers, 3 interceptions. You have 5 turnovers in the NFL, you're going to lose. That was the stat of the game. 5 turnovers, you're going to lose every time. That forced the Saints to throw the ball more than they should have. They had 40 passing attempts, 20 running attempts. That was not ideal in my opinion. Tampa Bay was a little more ideal. They had 34 passes, 30 runs. So they're a little more balanced than what the Saints were this past Sunday. So the Saints are going to have to not turn the ball over, and they're going to have to run the ball more effectively. I know if I was being nagged by staying home, maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, if I. But the defense actually, look at the stats. They actually played pretty well. They only gave up like 72 yards on the ground, and they only gave up like 188 yards passing. The defense only gave up 260 yards, total offense. The defense actually played well enough to win, especially the first 3 quarters. But the offense was just horrible. The offense has no identity, none. They have no identity. That's why I think that starting Andy Dalton this week is probably the better option. This is my opinion, because he's doesn't have no fracture in his back. He's not limited in his mobility. Olave was a big. Olave has been a welcome addition to this football team. He had a big 2-point conversion against the Falcons in the first week. He had 5 catches, 80 yards this past week, and the Saints receiving core is pretty good. You got Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, and then Jarvis Landry. But if we're throwing 3 interceptions, kind of limits, kind of affects the. Anyway, but yeah. So the Saints, a little disturbing, not really disturbing loss, but it was a loss that I thought they would win. But like I say, if you got 5 turnovers, you're not going to win the football game. You're just not going to win the football game. So they're going to have to play. They're going to play much better coming here on the road against Carolina. Carolina is 0-2. They lost the They lost the Browns the first week on a game-winning field goal. The Browns beat them, and then the Giants last week. That game was in Charlotte. So this is going to be if Jameis Winston trots out there with his limited mobility, it's going to be a long game again. What's up, Trav 504? Just going over last week and talking about how I thought Jameis Winston maybe should sit this week, especially if he has a foot issue now, and of course the back issue. I mean, if he's not able to move in and out the pocket and extend plays, then what good is he? I mean, if you're injured, you're injured. You shouldn't play. I just don't understand I just don't understand why he played this past Sunday. But the Saints are going to have to slow down Christian McCaffrey. Let's see. Let's look at the. Because Christian McCaffrey is he's dynamic. And it seems like whenever we play Carolina, he does well against us, running the ball and catching the ball. Now the Panthers they only scored 16 points last week, as they lost to the Giants. So that game was in New York. I said it was in Charlotte. That game was in New York. I misspoke. That game was actually in New York. But yeah, Baker Mayfield threw a touchdown last week. Only threw for 145 yards. McCaffrey did have 100 yards rushing. And he had 26 yards receiving. So the Saints are going to have to. It just seems like whenever we play the Panthers, Christian McCaffrey has a very good game, especially on both ends, catching and running. But this is going to be I think this is going to be a very, very close game. Just because I don't really have much faith in our offense. I don't have much faith in our offense to get the running game going. And if we if we continue to turn the ball over, because we turned the ball over, against the Falcons, we had how many turnovers we had against the Falcons? I know we had that Ingram fumble. Do we have any more than that? Let's see. We only had that one fumble. Okay, I thought we had two in that game. I must be thinking the Buccaneers. Oh yeah, it was the Buccaneers game that we fumbled the exchange between a running back. I don't know. What's up, Joel? Yeah, some are off target, but see, I don't know if his back injury affected his accuracy. Because that one down ball, the one interception he threw in the end zone was behind Olave, and I was surprised that he didn't get it to him. But it was underthrown. So I don't know if the back injury, is affecting his accuracy. Because there was some times where he didn't tuck it and run it, and he could have got a first down. And I think the back injury was affecting that. Maybe his foot, because he does have a foot injury now somehow. But it wasn't really all his fault Sunday. Saints couldn't run the football. Ingram fumbles. That fumble was big in the third quarter. That would mean if the Saints could have gone up 10-3, it could have changed the complexion of the football game. Who knows? He woulda, coulda, shoulda. But Ingram's got to hold on to the football. I mean, that's 2 games, 2 fumbles. He fumbled against Atlanta, fumbled against the Carolina Panthers. Against the Falcons. Hopefully he doesn't fumble against the Panthers. Oh yeah, but Buccaneers and the Falcons he fumbled against. So he's got to hold on the football, and hopefully Kamara can come back. Getting Kamara back is going to help our running game tremendously, because he's our best running back, and he can also catch the ball at the backfield. He's our best pass catching running back. I like just get the ball into space to Kamara and see what he can do. But trying to think how many sacks did we have last week? I don't recall us sacking Tom Brady. We might have time like once or twice. Let me see. 1 sack. Okay, we only got to him 1 time. Winston was sacked 6 times. Yeah, Winston was sacked 6 times, and Brady only sacked 1 time. Yeah, hopefully Adebo comes back. Paulson Adebo is probably our second best cornerback, behind Lattimore, and that really hurt. Getting Lattimore out the game last week really hurt the Saints, because we had nobody at that point we had nobody that can actually cover. But hopefully Paulson Adebo can come back. He hasn't played all week, but he was limited. I don't think he practiced much last week. So the fact that he's actually practicing is a good sign. But tomorrow's a telltale injury report. That's the one I really look at, is Friday. What's the Friday injury report? Who's on the injury report? Were you limited? Were you a full go? Did you not practice? Because if you don't practice on Friday, you're probably not going to get in the game Sunday. But hopefully we can get back in the win column Sunday. But we're gonna have to play. We're gonna have to. It's the same old. Every week the NFL's the same. But you got to run the football. You got to protect the quarterback. You can't turn the ball over. You got to play sound special teams. I know it's a wash, rinse, repeat. But that's just how the NFL is. Everything's pretty much, with all the parity in the league, the smallest margins can dictate who wins and loses. But we can't throw the ball. Winston can't throw 3 interceptions. So he can't throw 3 interceptions. Ingram can't fumble the football in the red zone. We're gonna have to pressure Baker Mayfield. I think if he pressured Mayfield, he might be prone to throw to mistakes. Brady is a veteran, and he might throw the ball away, as opposed to Mayfield just throwing it up for grabs and us maybe get an interception or two. So we're going to have to get some pressure on the quarterback. We can't have one sack. That was one thing the defense did not do well this past weekend was affect the quarterback. Everything else was fine on the defense. I mean, like I said, if you look at the yardage given up, I mean, it was only 260 yards, and they didn't get 100 yards rushing. So, as bad as the Saints played Sunday, the game was winnable, but they didn't get the win. So, Saints are 1-1, and that's I thought after 3 weeks we'd be 2-1. What's up, LSU? LSU, it's nothing new. There's nothing about that. They're on probation. They can't do nothing. They can't do anything bad for a year. They got a slap on the wrist. They got a slap on the wrist. They gotta be a good boy for a year. If they're a good boy for a year, then everything's a-okay. So it's gotta be a good boy. But we're talking about the running game and maybe getting Ingram back. Kamara back. We do got to get Ingram back. We got to get Ingram back to what he was his first stint here, where he wasn't turning the ball over. Man, wasn't turning the ball over. But this is a game that the Saints. I hate to sound like a homer, but this is a game the Saints should win. We're better than the Panthers, but they're gonna have to go out and play like it. It is a road game, and we lost to the Panthers last year, I think, on the road. I'm pretty sure we split with them last year. We lost over there, and we won at home. I'm pretty sure that's what it was last year, because there's been times where we don't play well over there in Charlotte. So it's not. I don't know if I wrote some notes down. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to talk about before this game on Sunday. But I'm just curious to see. I would love to know how healthy Winston is. Of course, Sean Payton's coming back. Sean Payton's coaching again. Right? That's just it's going to happen. Anybody that's surprised that he said that, he's coaching again. Sean Payton's going to coach again. He quit on the Saints. He quit. He didn't retire. He quit. So, is what it is. He had 3 years left on his contract, the Saints. So, he got burnt out. He quit. So he'll be back, probably at Dallas. I'm thinking. He'll probably be at Dallas because I don't think they're going to keep their. I don't think Jerry Jones is going to keep McCarthy, knowing that he can go get Sean Payton because he's been wanting Sean Payton for a while now. Jerry Jones has been wanting Payton for a while now. Yeah, I'm wondering that if Sean Payton doesn't, if his contract runs out with the Saints, so to speak, and he goes after that, I don't think we get compensation. I wouldn't think we would. That's a good point. The Chargers, but will the Chargers fire their coach? I mean, he's not doing that bad of a job, so I don't know if they would fire their coach. But going to Los Angeles and having Herbert as your quarterback, Sean Payton can coach another 10 more years. He'll have a franchise quarterback. He can coach another 10 more years. I say Dallas because Jerry Jones can just throw out all kind of money he wants. But the Los Angeles Chargers would be an intriguing spot if they make a coaching change. But I don't know if they would unless they have a losing season. What's up, Braves fan? Unless they have a losing season. Yeah, or they don't make the playoffs. Let's say the Chargers don't make the playoffs. Well, then yeah, I can see them making a change in the at the coaching helm, and then I would call Sean Payton if I was what Spanos does he still own the Chargers? I'd call him up. Yeah, Florida, Tennessee. Is Tennessee are the Volunteers back? Are they back? They've been talking about being back for about 10 years now, or more than 10 years now. Are they back? We'll find out Saturday. They got to beat Florida. What's up, Jay? I mean, they got to beat Florida. They haven't beaten Florida in, geez, what? I'm trying to think the last time. I'm trying to think the last time Tennessee beat Florida. It's been a while. It's been a while. So until they do it, I'll believe it when they do it. So because they haven't been able to beat Florida or Alabama in quite a while. So until they do it, I'm not gonna believe it. So, but they got a chance. They got a very good chance this week, being at home. But it is the Gators, so yeah. Florida has won 16 out of the last 17 games. Yeah, LSU got put on probation because of a recruiting violation. It's like nothing like... they got to be good for a year. From what I read, they got to be good for a year. They got to be a good boy. And then everything will be gravy. So... Hey, 2016 was a Tennessee win. Yeah, but 16 out of 17 games Florida has won. So they've so I believe Tennessee back when they are back. Well, they do play LSU in a few weeks. They do play LSU in a few weeks. So so what y'all gotta think about the Saints, man? What y'all think the chances this Sunday? I think the Saints have a very good chance of winning this football game, but they're just gonna have to find some kind of identity. Last win in Gainesville was 2003. Jeez. My God, I was 27. Yeah, I was 27. I'm 46 now. And they play every other year in Gainesville. But this year's in Knoxville, so look, good thing for Tennessee. They're not going to Gainesville. But Saints by 20. Ooh, man. If we find an identity on the football team, because we have none right now, we have no identity. Kamara being hurt hurts, and Ingram fumbling the football hurts. Interceptions hurt. So Saints are just going to have to some way this week find an identity. We got some great receivers to get the football to. Got to find a way to protect the quarterback. Gonna have to find a way to protect the quarterback, because if Winston is hobbled back there, and he can't really move out the pocket effectively, we're gonna have to. I mean, this offensive line, which is supposed to be one of our strengths. I mean, we're supposed to have a great center, Ramczyk. I mean, Cesar Ruiz actually has played pretty well. I saw somebody on Twitter was showing some highlights of Cesar Ruiz this past week. He actually played pretty well. Probably the best game he's had as a Saint. Yeah, if the Gators can slow down the Vols, we might get through all the Gator channels picking the Vols. Yeah, look, every year, not every year, but whenever Tennessee, you think Tennessee is back, they're like, they go to a big game and they're pumped up, they lay an egg. So I'll believe it when I see it with Tennessee. But I think Tennessee does have a good chance at winning the football game Saturday against Florida, but I don't know. Just like Texas, remember when Texas was back when they beat Georgia in the Sugar Bowl? We're back, and then they weren't back. But that should be a good game Saturday. But yeah, for the Saints, I think we need to pressure. We got to pressure Baker Mayfield, force him to some bad throws. We got to limit McCaffrey. He always plays well against the Saints. McCaffrey always plays well against the Saints. And hopefully Kamara can come back and we can have some kind of resemblance of a run game. Because having Ingram, Tony Jones, and Washington, that's just not an ideal. That's not ideal. I don't know. Our running back core is kind of weak once you get past Kamara and Ingram. And I don't think you want to put Taysom Hill out there that much. That's just me. That one play where they brought him in like a third and I think it was a 3rd and 1, a 3rd and 2 this past week, and Tampa Bay knew exactly what we were running, and we stopped it. They stopped it for no gain. We punted, and we didn't see Taysom Hill the rest of the game. So. Wait, Jari Evans is nominated for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I didn't know Jari Evans had the credentials to be a Hall of Famer, but that'd be good if another Saint can get in the Hall of Fame. Man. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? I'm doing good. About to get on out. Just want to get off. I gotta go find something to eat, and then I gotta do the football game tonight. I just want to come on. I'd like to come on here and talk about half hour about the Saints, and hopefully I can find some other stuff to talk about next week. Maybe it'll be a win next week. Maybe we'll have a talking New Orleans Saints with Goose. It'll be a positive note next week. So. Yeah, Saints win by 2 scores. I'm not a fan of Baker. He's mediocre at best. Like I said, I mean, if we can pressure Mayfield, but we can't let him sit back there. I think he's a decent enough quarterback. If you don't pressure him, he'll make throws. But if you pressure him and force him to some bad throws, it could bode well for Lattimore and hopefully Paulson and Debo. Hopefully we gotta get a Debo back. We gotta get our cornerback. You know, we gotta get healthy. Gotta get healthy. So the Saints play Carolina this week, and then next week they play Minnesota over there in London. So, all right, man, I'm gonna go get something to eat, or fix something to eat, or whatever. Find something to eat. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Fins and the Fins and the Bills. Yes, that game. Could be a good game. Miami's surprisingly 2-0. Bills are not surprised. I'm not surprised at the Bills, but Miami is they're surprised. They've surprised me the first 2 weeks. They beat New England, and then they beat Baltimore last week. So that could be a statement game for Miami if they can go to Buffalo. That game in Buffalo. Where's that game at? Somebody's gonna find it before I find it. But it doesn't really matter if that game's in Buffalo or Miami. That could be a statement win for the Dolphins. It isn't. Okay, it's in Miami. See, I knew one of y'all would find it before I did. But even if it's in Miami, that could be a statement win for the Dolphins. Because to beat the Bills, which is the sexy pick to win the Super Bowl, that could be a very big win for Miami. It really could be. But I don't know. Buffalo's pretty good, but it is in Miami. Who did I pick that game? Who did I pick? I think I picked Miami that week. Let's see. I did. I picked Miami. I did pick Miami. to win that game. Because the Bills are not going to go undefeated. They're going to lose a game or two this year. This game is on the road. It's in Miami. A lot of distractions down in South Beach. So I think I did pick the Dolphins to win that game against the Bills, but Buffalo's really good. All right, man. I will see you guys tonight for the Steelers and the Browns. As it was 65%. The 35% was the vote. I thought it'd be a little bit closer. I thought more people would want to see a Judge tonight. But no, football wins. So the people have spoken, and the people wanted football. So I will see you guys later tonight. Have a good one. And who dat? I'll see you guys later tonight for some foosball. Laters.